one of the historical lessons about Nazism. Nazism was very, very successful at bringing together, on the one hand, a rigorous organization, and on the other hand, a powerful aesthetic romanticism. Nazi iconography, Nazi buildings, the Nazi aesthetic is very compelling. It's a graphic artist's dream. It's simple.
There's a reason every filmmaker steals from that
That's
design.
exactly right. Nazism was able to bring together a romanticism about the blood of the people, a romanticism about das Vaterland and the Lebensraum and the people needing this homeland, this soil, this place to exist that is theirs, and this then romanticism of the sort of the all-powerful state, and so Nazism has been such a devastating force in the world because it raises all of these really tough questions. It's like, if you're a romantic like Jean-Jacques Rousseau and you believe that, in the state of nature, human beings are their most pure, the kind of the state of Eden, and it's really, it's culture that corrupts and causes the independent, full flowering spirit to conform itself to the structures of society. Well, gosh, the romanticism of Nazism was able to incorporate that sensibility into this huge juggernaut. And it seems that kind of romantic critique just can't blacken the eye of the Nazi regime. Okay, well then what about the idea of the state that is the benevolent state that has a whole series of organization for all manner of contingencies in human life and can have programs and through a kind of proceduralism can ensure equality of access as best as possible. Not a bad thing, but again, Nazism was so thoroughly well organized and did have a lot of social safety net provisions and didn't want to give those to a certain demographic of society in order to free up money for another demographic. But the kind of that we could legislate or organize ourselves out of this tyranny also doesn't seem to be able to blacken the eye of Nazism. And so Nazism, in so many ways, was this all-devouring beast that was able to capture the romantic beauty of the society. It was able to capture the organizational vigor of the society, and was able to capture the church.
Yeah.
And so Bonhoeffer's looking at all these things, and he's saying, a romantic vision won't save us. Doing the hard work of legislation and organization won't save us, and it doesn't even seem the church is going to save us. Who can save us now? And so it is his what he is reaching for in his meditations on the powerlessness of God are not a kind of program for building a new church. If anything, Bonhoeffer is a vital conversation partner for all modern Christians because he is somebody who saw the collapse of every, or I should say not the collapse, but rather the capitulation of every good structure in the world in which he lived to a regime that ended up becoming the most organized, quasi-scientific regime that human society has ever created, and that perpetrated the most well-organized campaign of extermination that we've ever seen in history. And so the one of the things that I treasure and that also gives me a great deal of fear and trembling about being a pastor of this church is there are members of this church who were children while Hitler was in power, who would go into their classrooms and have to say, "Guten Morgen, mein Hitler," and salute the picture of Hitler in their classroom. And there is, I think, a responsibility in the pulpit of this church to preserve the memory of just how bad things got in Germany in the 1940s, and just how much the church bent its back to accommodate that. And what I see happening in our society now is a lot of that memory has fallen out. It's fallen out of the church, it's fallen out of the electorate, and it's been replaced with it's the Quentin Tarantino effect. People who made the movies like The Longest Day, Judgment at Nuremberg, oh gosh, Run Silent, Run Deep. I mean, these
You're thinking like these old
World War II movies.
50s films where
Yeah.
the memory's still very
Yes,
fresh.
they are making movies about their experience of the war. But you think about Inglourious Bastards, and Inglourious Bastards is Quentin Tarantino's World War II movie. It's not a movie about the war. It's a kind of, people say Quentin Tarantino is the greatest movie critic because he remakes the movies that he loved in his childhood in a sort of a newfangled way. And so Inglourious Bastards it's disembedded the World War II movie from the history and has made a kind of a Hollywood blockbuster World War II movie.
It's a different type of romanticism
Exactly.
of the period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so there's what we see. So, and I mean, just thinking about what's happened with the legacy of Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Even there's a very, very popular biography of him by a guy called Eric Metaxas. Bonhoeffer, prophet, pastor, martyr, spy. I mean, and Bonhoeffer's made out to be this kind of ideal American figure. He's the pastor who's also the spy. He's he's this kind of larger than life heroic figure. And I think there's even been a movie now made based on that.
Within the last year or two,
Yeah,
I want to say.
I admit I've not seen it.